Welcome, welcome, welcome. It is Saturday morning, so you know it's time for another live edition of The Extra Point. We got Coop DeVille and Tasha T. Sizzle squaring off on the main stage in the ring today. I will be your referee of choice, Mr. PL Culture, today. Glad to have you all on board. Y'all, we got a ton of stuff to get into. I'm dying to get your thoughts on all of the crazy stuff that's happened in the last week. But before we get into any of that, a word from our sponsor.
We are sponsored by May Jane's Coffee. That's MAEJANES coffee.com. You can get your Colombian, you can get your whiskey blend coffee freshly ground and shipped to you by my lovely daughter. And if you do not have a normal coffee machine, you have a Keurig, guess what? You can buy the little Keurig cup and put the coffee in there. So no excuses. She also sells t-shirts and mugs as well. So again, thank you to all of you who have purchased, and we would like some new buyers. Again, that is May Jane's Coffee, MAEJANES coffee.com.
Right on. Shouts out to May Jane's Coffee. Hope she made it back safely from Hawaii. We also are brought to you by Wolverine Comics. For all of your comic book needs, make sure you check out Wolverine Comics on Instagram, or our co-host, Mr. Michael Hasso. That's JASSO. Y'all, let's get right to it. Now, for Miami Dolphins head coach Mike McDaniel, I don't think he'll ever forget his NFL head coaching debut. You start out your first game, you beat Bill Belichick. The next week, you knock off Lamar Jackson in impressive come-from-behind fashion. The week after that, you knock off what would seem to be an indestructible Buffalo Bills team at home and Josh Allen, only to come around and have that all undone by what we saw on Thursday Night Football just a couple of days ago. Now, for those that didn't see, Tua Tagovailoa, Miami Dolphins starting quarterback, seemed to have suffered a head and back injury in the Buffalo game on Sunday. He returned to the game and somehow was cleared to play again just a few days later on Thursday Night Football, where he suffered another injury to his head and back and neck or what have you, that caused him to be carried off on a stretcher and in the hospital instead of on the field at the end of the game. So much to unpack here. Tasha, we're going to start with you. Who's most at blame here? Is it the doctors? Is it Tua? Is it McDaniels? Who are you placing the blame?
Can start with Coop first because something's going on in the background. So start with Coop, and I'll be right back in like 10 seconds.
Coop, you up first.
I'm not sure if there's a person to blame in this situation. They all were culpable in the situation last week. I was listening to a couple of guys on a podcast, and they were NFL players, and they were saying that some kind of way the pressure on your back does make you fall or be hurt, and it looks like a concussion. I've never heard that. I've never been an NFL player, but they are sticking and saying that he definitely did not have a concussion last week. But the way he was slammed so viciously the other night, that definitely was a concussion. And they were saying he may have had a concussion and came back too early because the way he was rigid on the field immediately, he may have to be out about a month now.
Stop it, Tasha. It's too early.
I'm not trying to be funny, but
yeah. He went rigid, like real quick, and they said that was not normal. So they're putting his career in jeopardy all in the sake of winning football games. And he was culpable too. Like NFL players have to be saved from themselves. So I'm sure he wanted to get back in that game. He's trying to prove that he is the guy. He is the shit. So he's like living out a dream right now. He's playing well. He doesn't want to come off the field.
Right.
So
totally
you can blame the organization or whatever, but they saying it was an independent doctor and they came up and said he was okay. But the lick the other night kind of made that all kind of look shady.
It looked very shady. Tasha, you up next.
I think the blame goes on Tua as well. Now, we all know it's all about making the money, all about making that GTA. You know, it is what it is. So, of course, the doctors are going to say Tua is okay because they want to trot him out on the field. First of all, I don't trust a damn thing anybody in that Miami organization says, point blank period, given their past history. I don't trust anything they say. Tua had a damn concussion last Sunday against the Buffalo Bills.
The man was walking like the scarecrow on the Wiz.
Hey, y'all, they say that it's a something about the pressure in your back that makes your balance off, and they say it makes your equal. I've never heard it before, but NFL players,
it can be to a certain point. It can be because all of that along your spine, all the way up into the back of your neck and head, is all neuro. Y'all know what I'm trying to say today.
Yeah, we got you, baby.
Yeah, we got you.
I've had a ruptured disc in my S1, S2, L4, L5. I have had back surgery. Yeah. Not one time did I ever walk talking about you can't win, child. It has never affected my brain. The only thing it affected in my brain was, damn, this hurts.
Right.
So at that point, anything that causes you to stumble, and he also took it and shook his head a little bit. Once they grabbed him and got him to the line, he shook his head. So at that point, that meant it was something going on up here as well. It always didn't have to be a concussion, but something in your head clicked as well. So fast forward to Thursday, which I think the NFL needs to get rid of those Thursday night games, but I'll get to that later.
Okay.
When he got hit and he laid there, and the way his hands, somebody was saying, oh, that's the way the hands contort, like when you have a serious brain injury. Me working with children with special needs who have neurological issues, sometimes their hands are like that because their brain, something is going on up there and their hands are permanently like that. I was laying on the couch, and when I saw it, I sat up.
Yeah, I did too.
Yeah. I was like, oh my, I said his hands. That's all I kept saying, his hand. You saw how fast the camera went away from him.
Yeah.
But Tua himself knew he was not right. And then you fast forward, of course, I get the Miami news. I'm getting the first reports. He's tweeting, talking about, I'm ready to get out there back with my team. I'm ready to do this. I'm ready to do that. Dude, that ain't it. Let's Junior Seau, number one. How many it's another NFL player that committed suicide because he wanted his brain donated to test for the CTE. You have so many people walking around here just out of it because of brain injury, CTE, and then your main goal is to get back out there and be with your team in week whatever. And I do know it's people like Mike. I'm calling our brother out. People like Mike who say, "Oh, you ain't good." He's not the only one.
Right.
He wants to prove a point.
Right.
And I cannot remember. This was on Outside the Lines, and I'll never forget. I cannot think of his name, and I tried to find it in my tweets. I got into a Twitter argument with a former NFL player because they were saying something about him and CTE. And on the show, he was saying, well, I'm going to take that CTE for my family. And I tweeted Outside the Lines and him. And I said, that's ignorant. I said, so you would rather have a serious head injury, I said, then be there for your family. Now my family going to understand. I said, so that means you ain't worth a damn. That's exactly what I tweeted to him. If your family wants to take the money over your health, you ain't worth a damn thing.
When they can have both, if you're healthy and can walk and have all of your faculties.
So, and now, like I said, I do kind of blame Tua for that, but I understand why, because the players do want to get out there and play. They want to prove a point. But Tua got to put himself. He knew he wasn't right.
Hey, the money.
Coop.
Okay, go ahead.
Point that I wanted to go to you with, Coop. He said the league and the Dolphins are both at fault. And when I saw what happened, it reminded me of Any Given Sunday, if y'all remember that movie.
Yes.
One of the main antagonists was the team doctor, who basically will say and do whatever. Do you think the league could be culpable in this to cover up, because they know they've had issues with CTE and head trauma in the past?
Well, the almighty bag issue is the issue for athletes at that level. Mm-hmm. But going back to what you're speaking on, that's why the NFL went to independent doctors. And that's how they're going to escape any blame, because they're going to say, these are not team doctors. These are independent doctors. They're different every week. They work with different teams. So they have no vested interest in putting him back on the field. So they have covered themselves. And, they were speaking also on there are ways that you can pass, you can skew that test that they give you.
Art Scott was speaking on that.
They were saying that, so nobody's at fault but Tua. Tua knew what was going on in his brain, and he wanted to play. His window and his bag is at stake this season.
Right.
And like what you said, Tasha, he's given his life for that $200 million guarantee. The bag is the issue. It's not the NFL. Because the NFL went to what they thought was their escape route is we're going to go to independent doctors. We're not going to have team doctors evaluating you. So those independent doctors have nothing to gain by putting him back out there. He did it. It's all him, guys. I know everybody wants to blame the league. It's him. He went in that tent and told them what they wanted, what they needed to hear. He knows how to answer that. They've all prepared for if this happens, what goes on.
Right. He didn't do the whole Martin.
Beeman to come in and get him.
Right. Give me a Caesar salad, a bucket of Twizzlers.
Yeah.
and another thing to Tasha's point, as far as with like how they showed his hands on that close up on the replay, we've seen if you've seen fights, the fight videos that circulate social media, and somebody gets cold cocked from the side or from behind, and when they hit the ground, their hands just kind of get frozen. That's what I immediately thought about when I saw him.
What that is called is gross motor instability. Say
it one more time for the congregation.
Gross motor instability. That a hit like that, boxing, hitting your head, the way that's what causes that. What happened?
And I agree, he didn't pass the eye test at all. I thought that he wouldn't be playing Thursday when I saw him wobbling on the field on Sunday. Cool.
I'm going to tell you what was even more crazy. I was listening to the radio broadcast because I like listening to the radio broadcast.
I do too.
And the announcer, he said Tua just got a broken finger. He had no idea what was going on. So I looked at TV and I'm like, a broken finger? Because he saw his hands, his fingers ridge up. He said, "Oh, it looks disgusting. They slammed him and he broke his finger." Then he backtracked and said, "Oh no, this is bad." Like he thought that's all it was because he could see the fingers, I guess, from the booth, and he assumed, "Oh, they just broke his finger." So it was strange hearing the commentators even speak on it.
Because and the thing is, that's accurate. I thought he broke his finger as well, and I did the whole look away. Because I don't like to see the compound fractures and the bones. That's not me.
I'm like you, T. I do too.
Another thing that a lot of the other people were saying throughout the sports shows from Friday morning was that how the crew that were calling the game didn't even reference what happened to him on Sunday.
Right. They caught flack for that. They caught flack for that. You're right.
And that goes into my point of not having those Thursday NFL games. So remember when they first put the games out there, y'all remember it was always the terrible teams.
Yes.
Right. So they changed it and started putting teams that people actually want to watch on there. But even then I thought, why are they playing on a Thursday night? They just played on Sunday and then they're going to play on Thursday?
Right.
It's a $1 billion Thursday night game. That's why.
Yeah,
Amazon paid him $1 billion.
They want to return on their investment, so that you're going to see the Mahomes and the Herberts like you did in week one. You're going to see.
Yeah, you used to just see Jacksonville and the Jets.
Right. Well, now, you two being parents, I want to come to you all from another angle. Since both of you all are parents, we got parents on the panel. Tua's parents were in the stands. They met him at the hospital, and all accounts basically corroborate the same story that Tua got back on the plane and flew home with the team. Would you allow Sasha to fly home, or would you have had her stay?
No. I suffer from, when I say debilitating migraines, it is the worst, where I get actually nauseous. Sometimes I throw up. I cannot even look at a light, any kind of light peeking through my curtains. I have these lovely curtains and blinds open just so you guys can see me, but I sit in the dark. There is no way in hell let alone my child, I would get on an airplane. Remember when I came to Texas that time, we had to go get me the salve because I had a really bad sinus infection. And when I got on that plane, I thought my head was literally going to explode. It's no way in hell I would let him on that plane.
Right, and Kenny's right. Shannon Sharp's brother had to retire early because of the same type of issue. Sterling Sharp, for those of you who don't remember, was better than his brother who made it to the Hall of Fame. Wayne,
Sterling Sharp is definitely a Hall of Famer.
Your father, are you releasing him to the team to fly home, or are you going to leave that to the team because he's grown? Or are you going to say, hey, no, let's stay here overnight and run some more tests?
I mean, in that situation, with him being a full-fledged adult, I guess you got to leave it up to him. I mean, you can advise him and say, hey, I wouldn't advise this. Let's just linger back. It's not like we're worried about money issues or anything. So
Right.
the team will fly you back private jet tomorrow. Like, it's not a big deal.
The way his daddy used to go upside his head. Now, Papa Toon still got that hand. Papa Tonga Malone still got that hand.
Yeah, they were so
hands on Mike McDaniel.
Hey, man, I'm telling you, everybody's caught up in that bag, man. They can see what he's doing this season with those players, and they know this is the money season.
Look,
I know I may be wrong, but I see what's going on.
Right, and Tua knows that Miami tried to get Brady. They tried to get Watson. They got picks to maybe move up and get one of these college quarterbacks that's coming out of the draft. Like you said to your point about Mike, there's a lot of detractors out there about Tua who don't believe in him. And he's like, I'm having an MVP start to my season. Man. I'm knocking off the GOATs of the game right now. I'm going to get back out there and play. And I can't say that I blame him when you think about the money that's on the line for these quarterbacks now. So what happens now? How long does he sit? How do you think this plays out?
I think he has to be out at least 2 weeks now.
Yeah, the way
he definitely got to miss Sunday and at least next Sunday. I wouldn't be surprised if he doesn't come back for 3-4 weeks.
If I'm Commissioner Roger Goodell, I might get on the phone with Mr. McDaniel and say, hey, put your mom on the phone. Tua ain't coming home tonight. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm telling you, Tua's not playing this week. Right. All right. Now, who is playing this week? And y'all know it's been a minute, so it's time to who is playing this week? Let's get to it. All right. Now, we were all in agreement on the whole Tua situation. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm willing to bet that's playing right now because the Tennessee Titans are going to Indianapolis to face the Colts in a battle of the last two Russian champions, the reigning champion Johnathan Taylor and the former champion Derrick Henry. Now, I know where Cooper's going with this, so I'm going to avoid you, Coop. I'm going to dance around you real quick because you be hurting my feelings on this topic. I'm going to Tasha first. Tasha, who has more yards rushing on Sunday, Johnathan Taylor or King Henry?
I mean, you already know where I'm going with this, too. I'm going for Johnathan Taylor.
Damn.
I mean, you in the booth. You got to tell the truth.
You got to tell the truth. So you say Taylor has the bigger day. Coop, I know you agree.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, and not because Taylor is better than him or anything. Look. The Titans' run defense is horrible. They're banged up.
At best.
Yeah, I mean, they gave up 5 yards a carry to the Raiders last week. So
and
what
Josh
are you going to do?
Jacobs is a tiptoe burglar. He doesn't exactly explode through the hole.
Outside all day and got 5 yards to carry. He didn't hit the A gap. He wasn't go. He was not running up there. He's just like, I'm just gonna run outside.
Right.
The defensive ends can't contain. So it is what it is. I mean, they're gonna pound and pound and pound. I mean, also I got a question to even throw out to you now. Is 90 yards the new top 100-yard rush in the league? When you look around the league, the only person rushing for 100 yards a game is Lamar Jackson. Yeah. Every running back, they talking about the running back. The top running backs last week ran for 80 yards. What the hell is 80 yards on 20 carries?
Right, and that was Derrick Henry's stat line last week, and it was considered a good game by the national media.
Nobody has offensive lines this season.
Tennessee
the scoring is down. The scoring is down in the league. Nobody can score because nobody has tackles. So when you don't have a tackle, you can't throw the ball because you don't have time.
And speaking of throw the ball, nice segue, Mr. Coop. Tasha, if both running games are stifled on Sunday, which quarterback do you have more
Matty
confidence
Ice, you ain't even got to finish the question.
Matty Ice. Stop, T. Come on.
Man, look. I do not like Ryan Tannehill. I don't like him. He's a bum. He's no good.
Bum is a little strong, Tasha. Bum is a little strong. He's got a little one-bedroom shed somewhere.
I don't like him, and I don't trust him. I wouldn't trust him to get me the ball. Ask A.J. Brown.
A.J. Brown had a Pro Bowl season under
Ask
Tannehill.
Julio. Why did Julio say, let me go play with the Crypt Keeper down here in Tampa?
Man, we ain't seen him since the first game.
Julio is the Crypt Keeper. He's doing the same thing burglar. He's doing the same thing in Tampa that he did to us. Oh, my neck, my back,
since week 1. Yeah, we ain't seen him since week 1.
He'll get out there week 1.
Leave me alone.
Right.
Hey,
so cool.
I got to go. I got to go with Tannehill because I've seen the statuesque Matt Ryan in the pocket the last 3 weeks. He got sacked 5 times last week against KC.
But they won.
But KC choked that game away. They just
choked that game away.
They literally bet on the game and said, "Hey, I got 20,000 on this. I'm gonna let y'all win one. It's on y'all."
That's gonna be a 30 for 30 on that one.
Matt Ryan. The reason the Titans won is what? Because they went back to the running style and running game of Derrick Henry.
No, they didn't. They stopped running the ball on first downs and they started throwing the ball to the running back out of the backfield because that's the way you win. Because all defenses are just dropping back and playing zone on the Titans, and they like, I dare you to find a hole. So that's going to be their way to success. Giving Henry 18 to 20 carries running and another 5 to 7 with the pass. And he got
let Hassan Haskins get in there more. Let Hassan Haskins get in more because he's on my fantasy team on my bench.
Now, Hassan Haskins had a big kick return in that game as well. Now, to Coop's point, Henry had a season, basically a career high 5 catches for like 60 yards, which totally changed the tenor of the first half of that game that they held on to win last week against the Raiders. Now, just for reference point, Matt Ryan has 3 touchdowns and 4 interceptions in 3 games. So, Matty Ice is starting to melt a little bit, in my opinion. So let's get right to it. Who do you have? Indianapolis is the 3.5-point home favorite, Tasha. Are you taking Indy in the 3.5?
I'm taking the Colts because I picked them to win a division.
But you also picked the split. Oh, that's right. I'm sorry. You said the home team would split each one. So you're staying right in line with your original prediction. Cool. Who you got in this one?
I got the Titans in the upset. I'm not because I believe in the Titans.
Right. I'm right there with you. It's not because I believe.
This game is going to be played in a box. It's going to be a dogfight. It's going to be 17-13. I would be surprised. Like I said, I would be surprised if we see more than 2 touchdowns together in this game. And it would have to be because of turnovers. But I just think the Titans may have found a little bit of success last week. But if their run game, the run defense can't come up with anything, they're going to lose. They have to find a way to stop the run because Matt Ryan is not trying to throw the ball, and they're just going to pound.
Let's pound, put that ball in the hands of the king. And I really think that defensively, I'm going to take your boy Clanger, old Jeffrey Simmons, second behind Aaron Donald in D-line pressures right now. I'm going to take him over Darius Leonard, and I'm going to take our safety, Kevin Byard, to make a game-saving play in a close game that's played in a phone booth like Cooper.
The Titans don't win in Indianapolis, and the Colts don't win in Nashville.
Yeah. Hey.
Damn it, Tasha, that's a mic drop.
Hey, Paul, how does Mitchell, the DB, come off the streets and start before Farley last week? So are they saying he's a bust?
I will answer that question for you, Coop, and I'm glad you asked. Because for some odd reason, the Tennessee Titans front office and Mike Vrabel, they like to shop out of the dented can aisle. I don't know if they're looking for a first-round discount, but they like to shop out the dented can aisle. We like to take projects. We took that guy, Isaiah Wilson, who went crazy and is out of the league before he played a down of football. We took Caleb Farley, who had a back injury.
Yeah. But you've always said that, Paul. You have always said that about the Titans.
They shop out the dented can aisle. Yeah. Like we take the Radens, the second-round tackle, can't even get on the field.
Yeah, we don't know what position he played now.
No position.
They talking about he's a rotating. Rotating line. What does that mean?
Lucky old Clanger could actually play ball because you really took him off the dented can aisle because he was coming off an ACL tear, but the boy's a beast.
Yeah, he worked out.
She said it best. He was coming off an ACL tear. For some reason, they feel like they get value out of these dented can players, and because you had success with a Clanger, that is a generational talent regardless of
right.
That he's going to be that wherever he went.
They might as well just let Farley play wide receiver now. Shit, that's why he used to play wide receiver. Just let him play wide because it's obvious you can't check nobody. So or let him play safety. I don't know, but
the Titans gave up on
you are not. Yeah.
Right. The Titans gave up a 4th and 15, a 60-yard bomb on 4th and 15 to end the game with your number 1 pick on the bench.
Man.
He still didn't get in the game after that. Y'all stressing me out. Let's go. Let's move on. Y'all stressing me out. All right. So we're going to go from 2 of the best running backs in the league squaring off in Indy to 2 of the best quarterbacks in the league squaring off in Baltimore. We got Josh Allen and the 2-1 Buffalo Bills going to Baltimore to face Lamar Jackson and the 2-1 Baltimore Ravens. Now, they both came out of the 2018 draft. Coop, we're going to come to you first. It's 2018 all over again, but we got a glimpse into the future. Knowing what we know today about both quarterbacks, who are you taking with your first overall pick, Allen or Jackson?
Oh, I'm still taking Allen because I can longevity. I can win more with that style with Allen than Lamar. Now, Lamar is the bright, shiny jewel, and he's going to win you certain games. Now, this season, he's playing remarkable because he wants the bag. Well, he got 10 touchdowns in 3 games. He's out. He's going to show out. He's going to show out definitely Sunday. The Bills' defense is banged up, and Von Miller is slowly withering away. Like I thought he would. He's very quiet last week.
Is he who you thought he was?
It was 137 degrees in Miami last Sunday.
Hey, you right.
He's supposed to play.
And so he wasn't supposed to show up. Okay, I got you. But I digress. Let's get back. Okay, I'm still taking Josh Allen. I know a lot of people probably will be like, whoa, that's stupid. But I haven't seen that style quarterback win a chip yet. And until I do, I'm going with the prototypical because Josh Allen can move. He can run. He's doing what Lamar Jackson's doing, and he's doing it at a higher clip. He threw for 400 yards last week. 2 touchdowns.
I was lost on everybody with everything that happened. He did.
Yeah. And they were containing Diggs. Xavier Howard did a marvelous job on Diggs last week. So
Diggs was spent too. He was spent too. Like he didn't even walk off the field at halftime.
Out with muscle cramps and cramping up.
Them boys didn't want that. Hey,
that's what you call a home field
advantage. The NFL need to stop letting Buffalo go down there in September and let them wait till December and go down there.
They're not right with England like that too. They make New England play down there in September.
Yeah, they ain't right, man. They know the boys can't handle that heat.
Now, Mr. Glenn says that Allen runs more reckless than Jackson. Do you agree, Tasha? Who would you take?
Josh Allen ain't nothing but a white man's Cam Newton.
What?
Got no Tim, and the white man's got Fields.
But he's more accurate than Cam Newton.
Yeah, way more accurate.
Yeah.
Way more accurate.
Right.
But I mean, he doesn't mind taking the ball and tucking and running. You don't see him sliding too often. Now, I mean, he does have the wherewithal to say, okay, let me pull up, I've seen him slide more than actually take a hit, but he'll get in there and take a hit on you.
Yeah, he'll run you over.
And Allen is not going to go for 79 yards like Lamar did through the gut of the defense against Miami 2 weeks
ago. No. He'll chop you up with 10, 20 at a time and end up with 100 yards that way. Yeah.
Death by 1,000 cuts, correct. So, Tasha, you're taking Jackson then, correct?
Well, I always bet on black, but...
What's this, February?
Where they playing at?
They're playing in Baltimore.
They're playing in Baltimore. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, hell, but Baltimore has the 32nd ranked defense, which I thought I'd never see in my lifetime. Does it matter where they play if the defense is that porous?
I'm gonna have to go with the Bills on that.
Yeah.
I mean, but would you take Jackson over Allen?
Yes.
I think I would too. Well, I would take him for a season if it was a season. Long-term career-wise, I think I'd take Allen.
I would take him for this season because he really gonna play his ass off to get that bag. Once they get that bag, that play usually declines. But I don't see Jackson being that type of dude. But it usually happens that way.
Hey, and Jerome makes a great point. Jackson won the MVP with no-name receivers, and Allen's ascent came right when Diggs got there. That is a great point. Gabe Davis is no chump either. Now, Coop, I'm going to throw an alarming stat out to you, and I need you to help me decipher that. Tasha, you stay on deck because I want to get your thoughts on it as well. Buffalo has lost their last 7 games that were by a touchdown or less. Now, when you think about an MVP caliber quarterback, Pro Bowlers littered up and down the defensive side. You got an all-pro receiver in Stephon Diggs. How are they unable to close out close games dating back to last year? What's going on with that, Coop? Is it coaching? Is it Allen not clutch? Somebody help me with that because I'm confused.
Well, I kind of lean more on the clutch. You remember at the first game of the season, I thought he was not going to show up against the Rams on the first game of the season, and he proved me wrong. But it's something about him in big games. Now, I really can't blame him.
He proved you right against Miami with his clock management and skipping the ball to Diggs at the end of the game and not being able to spike the ball and all that stuff.
Right. Now, these last 2 games, the last game, his defense is very banged up, so I can't blame him. I mean, he gave it all he had in the heat or whatever, but I don't know. I mean, he plays like a clutch quarterback. It just doesn't go his way down the stretch. Like he played Mahomes touchdown for touchdown. Like, so I can't call you not clutch when you're doing everything in your power. And I mean, it just the ball bounces that way and that's crazy that you say that. I think the Titans had won 13 or 14 games and we don't think Tannehill is crap. But in some kind of way.
And they attribute that to Mike Vrabel more than they do Tannehill or King Henry. So I'm wondering if that should fall on Buffalo's coaching or their defense. They had the number 1 defense in the league last year and gave up a field goal with 13 seconds left.
But when you're down to that point, it's not like with McCarthy and the clock issues in Dallas.
Yeah.
He tried to get the ball to the guy on the side. He just couldn't get out of bounds. They did try to run back. They just didn't have enough.
Stop cutting up the field, receivers. Take what you can and get out of bounds.
And get out. Yeah, but, they didn't have enough time to get up there to spike the ball. So I'm not going to say it's a coaching issue.
Yeah.
Like Coop said, he clutch, but he ain't.
Yeah.
But he ain't clutch when he needs to be clutch.
It's something missing in that situation. Yeah.
Right. And even back to the game, the Monday night game last year against the Titans, which I believe started that streak, his cleat slipped in the grass as he was trying for a quarterback sneak, and old Jeffrey Simmons was right there to meet him once he got his bangs up under him. There's just some fluke ways that they're losing these games that's crazy. So let's get to it. Who wins? Baltimore's a 3-point home favorite. Tasha, you betting on Black again?
Like I said, I always bet on Black, but darn, when you threw out that defense numbers, I don't be knowing them numbers.
In the league.
Damn, man, I hate to go against old Lamar, but I'm gonna have to go and go with the Bills on this one.
That swayed me as well. Cool. Who are you taking in this one?
I got the Ravens at home. Lamar Jackson knows this is an MVP type performance game.
It is.
He's gonna get up for it.
Yeah, he's catching the Bills with a banged up secondary. I don't know who they could put on him to spy on him. I think he's going to run wild. He's had 2 100 games back to back. He's led his team in passing and rushing the last 2 weeks. So I got to give him the edge at home. I don't see Buffalo. Buffalo has got to be mad at the NFL for scheduling them to play Miami 1 week and then go on the road again and go to Baltimore. Baltimore can seize control for a second because it looked like it's going to cut. Because this is for a number 1 seed. When you look down, KC, Baltimore, and Buffalo, this is an early game that could determine home field advantage.
Yes, it can. Yes, it absolutely can. And Coop, to your point about scheduling, and Buffalo should have a beef with that, usually the upper echelon teams get a break with their early schedule, but not this time.
I don't think anybody expected Miami to be Miami. I don't think anybody expected Baltimore.
Well, why not? Everybody knew this was their season.
But no, I don't think so.
You got the cheater now. You got
But again, why is Tua trotting his CTE ass out there? Because
people
keep saying Tua can't throw. He can't do this. He can't do that. So they scheduled it. Yeah, we know Tua. The NFL even thought Tua.
You're right.
Now,
I'm still not sold on Miami anyway.
Miami is everybody's homecoming. So everybody's homecoming team is Miami and the Jets.
I'm not sold on Miami because Baltimore gave them a game too. So when you look back, Baltimore should be undefeated. Baltimore gave them that game 2 weeks.
And Buffalo really should be undefeated too.
Buffalo, exactly.
Yeah, they should have beat Miami. But
I'm not worried about Miami.
But they did it.
But look, we should have beat the Giants, but we didn't, and now we find ourselves in the predicament that we're in as well.
Now Miami got to play with Trashy Teddy, so good luck.
You
hey,
know,
Two Gloves played all right on Thursday. Don't do that, Coop.
No to Daryl slander.
Teddy, Two Gloves.
He
he does look like one of the Simpsons now. Did somebody draw him? Like he looked like one of the people off the Simpsons.
And then he got the hair like this now. It's looking like I can't.
Teddy is an accident waiting to happen, man.
Oh no! Don't do Miami like that.
Man,
hold on, Teddy. Hold on.
He was good until they pulled his knee out and wrapped it around his throat.
Yep.
You know what? Right. We're gonna digress. We're gonna move on that one. All right. So we got two Buffaloes and a Baltimore on this. I'm actually rooting for a damn tie because we need more ties. Tennessee is we need help in the AFC. All right. Now in a Super Bowl rematch, we got Sunday Night Football. We got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers hosting the Kansas City Chiefs. Now you two said something last week that actually made the real. It was so on point. You both said that Brady was already retired. He's just basically just walking out the stream. Now, the stats seem to support what you all are saying. Even before the game started, y'all said that. He has 3 offensive touchdowns in 3 games. When is the last time you've seen him do that? He has more interceptions than touchdowns after 3 weeks. When is the last time you've seen him do that? And while we know that he doesn't have weapons right now, we saw him win championships with like Chris Hogan and Danny Amendola and just line up a whole bunch of white slot receivers and he won chips with them. So I'm sitting here confused. Like, so is this about the personnel that makes him look like he's not wanting to be out there, or does he just have a lack of passion? Tasha, we'll start with you.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I definitely think, first of all, Tom Brady's just petty. I think the only reason he came back is because they broke the story saying that he was retired, and he didn't want to. He wanted to be the one to do it. So
and Giselle broke the story. Let's keep that real.
Right, and
like, no, you coming home.
I believe he is the one. I mean, that's part of the reason, because he really does not want to play this year. So then once he got there and he committed, it's like, damn, now I got to really do this. And then now it's up, like you said, we don't know what's going on in Tom Brady's personal life. I hope everything is okay. All of that, he has a lot of distractions, which are things that he never really had in the past. He's out there playing like he was when he was in Michigan, not good.
Right, when he couldn't beat out Chad Henne. I'm sorry, Chad Hutchinson. Now, Coop, do you think this is about passion or personnel? Do you think he looks bad because all of his weapons have been out for the first 3 weeks? Or is he just like, I'm going to just carry out the string this year?
I'll probably give it 60-40. 60 passion, 40 personnel. He needs a tight end worse than we ever knew.
Oh, so this could be a Gronk thing.
Yeah, and it's coming more evident that he's going to, like what they said on there, he's going to ride the defense because he's totally not into it. He doesn't want to be out there, and he's not even talking.
Right.
Brady is
the whole running and the let's go and all of that stuff.
Man, after the game, he don't have sound bites. He ain't talking about we need to improve. He like, when is week 17? Let me get the HULL. Like,
and y'all remember the Super Bowl season? He was trolling on Twitter during the week, making videos post game with Gronk.
And he ain't doing podcasts. The dude is
doing nothing
out. Giselle
is that doghouse behavior, Tasha? Is she saying bring your ass home after the game?
Hey man, she walking around there mean mugging him every day, and he like, damn. She got that black girl mean mug.
I mean, I don't think Tom Brady is into it. I just really don't think he wants to be there. He's what they say, he's bit off more than he can chew. Yeah. He wrote a check his ass can't cash.
And like, even going back to to open the show with Tua, football isn't something you can just half-ass. You can't just have no passion and barely want to be there. Like, you sit in a cubicle all day playing on your phone instead of working. You play on your phone out there on that field, and you're going to wind up getting carried off that field.
Even the fans are not even up. They're like, whatever happens. Like, they know.
They got their chip.
Yeah, everybody knows something is going on, and just because he's the GOAT, he's getting a pass. And I think more people should be calling him out. Like, I don't understand, where's the media not jumping out?
It's almost like they're scared of Brady. And I'm like, let's not forget, if it wasn't for Drew Bledsoe getting hurt, we wouldn't know anything of a Tom Brady. Not saying that Tom Brady wouldn't have still came out and played. He wouldn't have been the Tom Brady that we know. It's all about.
He could have been Tannehill. Yeah, he could have been just like a regular player on a regular team that just had a regular career. I totally agree. Let's move the focus to the Kansas City Chiefs because something is starting to become kind of evident to me, and I want to get y'all thoughts on it. Tyreek Hill, after the first month of the season, it's starting to look like he won this trade. Now, let me throw a stat out there to you. Tyreek Hill right now leads the NFL with 477 receiving yards. Kansas City's receivers combined have 430 receiving yards. All of their receivers combined after their first 3 games. Do you think that Kansas City can go back to the AFC Championship game for a 5th straight year without Tyreek Hill, Coop?
Yeah, because I mean, they changed up their format. See, Tyreek Hill was the man that you could catch a 5-yard route and go 75. So if you look at what they're doing now, they pull back. They're more of a run, and they're taking what the defense gives them because they don't have that playmaker where if he throws a 5-yard out route, can take it to the house. So it's going to look choppy in the early going. But Mahomes is to me, he's playing within the realm of the offense. He's not worrying about the big play. He's taking the check downs, and that's how you got to play when you don't have someone that can take the top off the defense.
Good point. Now, Tasha, I want for you to follow up on something that Langston said. Brady's going to route that defense this year. Now, we saw the Super Bowl where the defense actually beat Mahomes against Brady. The defense looks just as potent as they did in the Super Bowl season.
Yeah, the defense is tough. Yeah,
can their defense carry them to a championship if Brady's not the main card?
No. Because when you and Mike always disagrees with me because I don't think Mike understands what I'm trying to say with this. When you have a strong defense, it allows your quarterback, if your quarterback is crappy, to play any kind of way. But what Tom Brady is doing is not playing at all.
Yeah.
Yeah. He doesn't have, Goodwin is out. What's his name is Evans will be back this week. I just don't see Tampa doing it this year simply because the person who everybody is looking up to, allegedly the football god, is not into it. So how do you expect everyone else around you to be into it and want to play, especially if they've already won a championship? A lot of them are not really that hungry anymore.
It does change you. It does. It does change you. Now let's move on to 3 other games that of national relevance that we want to get into. First, we're going to go Washington at Dallas. Dallas is a 3-point home favorite. And before we get your pick on this, I would like to let everyone know that Tasha T. Sizzle is about to give an apology to one Mr. Jerry, a.k.a. Gerald Jones, for her remarks against him and Cooper Rush and the Dallas Cowboys. So, Tasha, the floor is yours. Go ahead. Tasha, are you muted? Unmute, Tasha. Unmute. Tasha?
She wait on it.
Tasha, we got the ear emoji. Tasha?
She said, hold your breath.
Hold your breath. Cool. You gonna apologize for Tasha for your slanderous Cooper Rush statements last week, Mr.
To me, it still stands. ain't nothing changed. They beat a crappy New York. They beat a crappy New York Giants team. I don't know what's so impressive.
Thank you.
Wait a minute. You didn't see Rush Hour 4 on Monday Night Football with Cooper Rush and Chris Tucker? You didn't see Rush Hour 4?
Ain't nothing changed in my book. He's still Cooper Nush. Yeah, he got another lap-up game this week against the JV school at White Creek. I'm still not counting none of this.
Now, so wait a minute. So now we're getting some pushback. We had the ear emoji. Now they're saying he's getting too much credit. The defense and the running game is winning. Tony Pollard did have 100 yards rushing, and Zeke looked like Zeke last week.
Yeah, I will give him credit. I will give him credit. He looked good last week.
He looked good, and so did CD Lamb. Finally, so did
after
CD
he
Lamb.
dropped that one pass, he did redeem himself.
Langston, are you gonna be my friend today or not? Don't have me on this roller coaster ride. You gave me the ear emoji a minute ago. Now you want to bring up old stuff. You know what? Moving on. Who are you picking this week? Are you believing in Cooper to keep it going against the Redskins?
First of all, I'm rooting against anybody that's playing that team in Washington.
Right.
Oh.
I just don't think that they need to call it a franchise as well.
Right. And for so many reasons that would open up a whole nother show. So we'll go on the coop on this.
Not even for that, just for the lackluster style of play they've been putting out on the field since Doug Williams won that Super Bowl.
Oh, I thought it's because you said their uniforms look like a bottle of Wild Hours Rose. But
I like that.
Cool. I didn't say that.
Coop, are you rolling with Cooper Rush one more time?
I'm not rolling with Rush. I'm rolling with Michael Parsons, and that's the biggest. That's the biggest factor. And I can just give it like this: Cooper Rush is playing within what he has, and he's not expanded out. And so when you are what you are, and you know what you are, he's doing what a backup does: wins you a couple of games. I ain't seen nothing.
Lyric, Coop. When it says you are what they say you are, is what? A superstar. Come on, finish the lyric, Coop.
No, that's why I stopped. I'm like, yeah. Did you see CeeDee Lamb running wide open in that secondary? Like, who couldn't throw those passes to those people? Like, that is horrible. That even pissed me off more. It pissed me off more watching the Giants last week when I looked up and thought, the Titans wide receivers couldn't get open on those DBs. Like, CD was just running like he was practicing. It was horrible.
The Titans already have receivers. Let's just start there.
Right.
But it's just Washington's just football play in general. They just some slaw. They the mayo without the cabbage in it.
Yeah.
That's just cholesterol then. That's just cholesterol. Coop, are you going with Dallas and the 3 points this week?
Yeah, I am. Washington hasn't showed any pushback against anyone, so but I wouldn't be surprised. This is when Dallas will blow it. They'll give it away. They'll find some way to lose.
How we hating Langston, as old Smith would say, the proof.
They see me rolling.
Yeah, I think Dallas will win.
No, y'all are being some haters, and y'all are being quite harmful and hurtful to me.
Paul, it doesn't matter. You're not better than Philly, so it doesn't matter. Like, you piling up games against nobodies, and it won't count for anything.
No, we're buying time into the MVP, Mr. Hell State himself, written across our breastplate.
And then when Clanger comes back too soon, he gonna still do the same thing. And as Mike say, our brother who's missing today, the Cowboys gonna Cowboy.
Before he's so nervous. Langston said, "Who has Philly beat?"
Philly ain't my team. That's my team.
Tasha, you can't pin her to the wall. She's like the spaghetti noodle that ain't ready yet. You throw her up against the wall,
I just need her to keep putting up them fantasy numbers for me.
Jack is trying to come back so fast now. He's scared, man.
Right.
Russ got Dak scared, man.
Look, and Langston, they play Jacksonville this week, but I want to go back to your point, Tasha, that you made about Dak and you, Coop, about him coming back too soon. Now, the Cowboys beat writers here on local radio, they said at practice on Thursday that Dak was walking around palming the ball, trying to make sure that the cameraman got it, trying to say, hey, I'm on my way back. Dak know that Jerry ain't playing no games. Dak know how what's the old saying? The way you get him is the way you lose him. You know he went from side chick to main chick.
Hey,
nobody thought that he would replace Jerry's favorite son in Tony Romo, and he did. Now Jerry's looking over at the other table in the bar.
Hey,
maybe I can shave about $30 million off my cap and ship Dak to Tennessee.
What?
Y'all see me putting that out there in the atmosphere.
Yeah,
Tennessee.
Save that
for a 5th round pick.
You already got a mediocre quarterback.
Right.
Yeah, why do we need another?
And you got Malik, what you talking about, Willis, just waiting, just ready to get in the game.
We got mediocre already. Yeah,
man, stop playing this, y'all. It's a hard not life hosting this show with these two. Oh, my God. Let's go with the Bears and the Giants. Two surprising 2-1 teams. My God. Speaking of the Giants are a 3-point home favorite. Which one of these teams keep their Cinderella start going? Who you got, Tasha? Y'all are incredible.
So in the Doo-Doo Bowl matchup,
man,
we gonna see
management bowl.
Right. Let me see who's the biggest.
This is to let people know that y'all watch all the games.
I'm gonna see who's the solid and who's the running. Let me see. I'm gonna go with the Giants in this one.
Cool. I can't even back that up. Cool. Who you got, man?
I got the Bears. Their defense, they'll hold up, but it'll probably end up in a tie, 17 up. I mean, that's what I think. It'll be a tie, 17-17.
We love you, Damian Coulter. I hope you missed this segment. They so disrespectful. They in their bag today. My God. Now San Francisco's up next. While you talking all that crap, sit up straight. Look me in the eye, damn it. All right.
Okay,
we got the
Scarface.
Rams and the 49ers in an NFC Championship rematch. Garoppolo's back under the helm. Coop, we'll go with you first. Who you got?
I got the Rams.
You got the Rams by 2 touchdowns, don't you?
Oh no, it'll be. This is a division game. It'll come down to a field goal game, and San Fran will find a way to let it go. That's what they do.
That is what they do.
That's what
I
they
agree
do.
with
So,
you. Tasha.
This will be a good. Hey, look for Garoppolo to come out and have a good game too.
Man, I ain't gonna be looking for nothing with Sling, but I'm gonna digress. Tasha.
Man, we done signed some dude named Ben Kirk to be a backup quarterback, and signed. I think it's Marlon Mack off of the got him off of waivers of the practice squad as a running back.
I last remember seeing him with the Colts a couple of years ago.
Yeah, he had a good season too.
We done. We through.
Oh, wait a minute. No, I think the word Langston wants you to use is trash.
We through. No, we ain't trash because our defense still in there. We got Debo. As long as we got Debo, that's
Fred Warner. Look, Fred Warner. He will step up and hit you. But
we through. Did you hear what I said? We through.
Cool. I saw they starting quarterback, and I know we said that he should stay on the team, but we saw him run out the back of the end zone in an NFL game.
I mean, basically what he is, he's an upper echelon quarterback that we signed for insurance for as a backup.
No, you starting to sway me. When I saw him run out of the end zone, I was like, Tasha, Tasha.
Exactly.
Oh.
He's, like I said,
Tannehill ain't never did no stuff like that.
He is not starter quarterback material.
It happens sometimes, sometimes it happens.
Look at Coop with that Cheshire Cat grin. He is loving it.
He
ran out the back of the end zone, didn't know where he was.
Right. But see, this is what I meant to ask you, Coop. Like when you keep saying like Trey Lance was not good and this other thing, and I said my thing is he's never had an opportunity to show. So I'm gonna take it home to you. I'm making it a little personal for you. We done all seen Key play. Do you think Key is slow?
He wasn't on my fantasy team last year when they had to start him.
Just answer this.
I don't think so. I don't think so.
But we know he ain't. But everybody else will never know because Key can't get on the field because you got other people who are still there. That was my point.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Okay.
Now,
I can agree with that.
I will give you that.
That's why
a
I
great
say
point.
with Trey Lance, we don't know how Trey Lance is going to play because everybody says, he only played one season in college. He's never had a chance to really get out there and play. Just like Jordan Love. Like I said, we done all seen Key run that ball. We know Key can ball. But he's behind Fournette and one or two other guys.
First of all, if you get 1,000 yards at Vanderbilt playing against the Georgias and the Alabamas of the world, that tells you everything.
I think Key is better than them. I don't know. I think it's the third guy. I don't know his name. Key is better than him to me. But why is he still there?
I don't know what's going on down there. It's very puzzling, and I can't figure it out. I can't put my hands on it. Like every time he gets an opportunity.
You answered that on your first show, on your first episode here. You answered your own question because you said that Brady is always going to tend to the veteran. So Fournette is going, whether Fournette gets 2 yards to carry or 20 yards to carry, Brady's going to have him in that lineup regardless. Because he loves veteran.
But it's shocking because the guy they drafted, the Arizona State running back, they put him in and dressed him like week 1. Like, I don't know. Even though Key put up numbers last year, I'm like, how does he
not play last year?
Right.
Yeah. I mean, he saved y'all. I don't know what else you want him to do.
And he can run and catch.
Come on to Tennessee, because the king is on his last leg. Come on home, Key. We're going to run you.
Oh, I just keep telling you, keep it. You just got to keep grinding in the NFL. Your time will come.
Right.
Just keep grinding.
Very
so that's my point to that. It's like it's not always something how we – now, some players we do know just ain't good. We've seen them. They're not good. But like I said, they keep just Poe Jordan Love just can't catch a break because he's playing behind a narcissist. You know, so that was my point. Right. That's why I say, you know, we don't know what Trey Lance can do because we ain't seen it because they keep wanting to trot this porn star out there.
That's a good point. That's a great point, and we can drop it there because you're absolutely right.
He said you're absolutely right.
You're absolutely right. Like you are. When I saw him run out the end zone, I was like, damn, like that's unforgivable. That's unacceptable. That like, come on. Now, y'all, the damn Indianapolis Colts did it to me again as a Titans fan. They hate me because I love the Titans. They eliminated me from the survivor pool. Coop, Mike told me earlier this week, Coop told you not to take them. He said, I told you. You told me. Damn it, I didn't listen, and I'm out of the tournament.
I said, you should have. Leave him alone.
Mike sent me an emoji with the ha, 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 ha. Coop tried to tell you, and I was like, shut the hell up. All right. So now it's down to Mike and Coop. Now, Mike is not on set today, but he did send in his pick, so we'll give his first. He's going with the Eagles over the Jaguars. Cool. Who you got?
Ooh. I got Green Bay.
Okay. The Packers of Green Bay. Hopefully they kick the oblong shaped pigskin to the big large gate.
Oh, made of pigskin.
Right.
Look, since you did so well with Coming to America last week. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, we have our finalists. It's Wayne and the Green Bay Packers versus Mike and the Philadelphia Eagles. We'll see how long these two tangle before somebody's ultimately eliminated. Good luck to you.
You know who's going to win? I'm the Beast, baby.
Hey, but we can't let the rookie come in and be Rookie of the Year and MVP. Like, we got to pick a struggle. Damn it, Tasha.
Do something.
All right. Now, there is college football to be played today. And, in fact, there are several ranked opponents that we have that – let's get right to it. Let's start in the SEC since Mike's not here. This is going to be SEC heavy. We got the 4-0 Kentucky Wildcats, one of Coop's early Watch 4 picks. They are at 4-0 Mississippi, ranked 14th. So Ole Miss is a touchdown favorite, 6.5-point favorite at home. Tasha, who are you taking? Your Egg Bowl rival, or are you going with Kentucky?
I don't never root for my rival, so Ole Miss will never be my pick. I'm going for them Wildcats up there in Lexington.
All right, cool. Do you agree? You going with the Big Blue?
Man, I am, but I can't figure out why they're a 7-point underdog to Ole Miss, who almost lost to Tulsa last week.
Yeah.
And
is it the Lane Kiffin
they get ranking off of their coach.
But I'm like, Chris Rodriguez is coming back, the number 1 running back for Kentucky. He's coming back today. I'm just looking at the numbers, and I can't figure out, like, what are they basing this? It's scary right now because I'm like, that's too many points for Ole Miss.
That's a lot of points.
And Ole Miss is not putting up points like they did last season. So Kentucky, they're struggling to score. I'm also looking to see what Barryon Brown does today. Everybody's been telling me about this guy, but he only shows up when they play non-conference teams. So today I'm looking for him to have a big game in an SEC game with SEC speed because he only plays well against non-conference opponents. So I'm cheering for the guy from the Ville. So I'm going to watch this game tough today. But I like Kentucky. But this shows about rankings too. Why the hell is Kentucky ranked 7th in the nation? Ain't nothing about them, a 7th ranked team in the nation.
Somewhere Mike is high-fiving you. Somewhere Michael Hasso is giving you a high five for slandering the SEC.
Because they play in the SEC.
I mean, but this is why people shouldn't worry about rankings until the end of October, because today starts real football. When you start getting hot and heavy in conference play, today starts it, because all that other – I'm looking at them teams ranked. I'm like, like Kentucky 7, Tennessee 8. So in 2 weeks when everybody plays Alabama and Georgia, we won't even know these teams are ranked.
They're going to drop down and get their eagle on.
So stop telling me about who won. Oh, this team beat a ranked team. Yeah, we won't even know about Florida in 2 weeks. So, Florida beat Utah, but who would care?
And Utah is quietly creeping right back up the rankings.
What I tell you. Don't worry about that one loss.
This is a game Kentucky can lose. But to be honest, I'm picking them just because I will never root for Ole Miss. But this is a game that they can't lose.
Oh, right. No, they can't. This is their season until they get to the UT game. So they got to have this game.
I think it's an NR beside Notre Dame's Langston, just to being messy, Langston. All right.
Langston, we still gonna be in the top 10 by the end of the season. I told y'all, don't worry.
Natasha, will you tell him to stop? Who's gonna be in the top 10?
Notre Dame. Watch after everybody plays those conference games and they go back and forth, lose.
You know why they not gonna be in the top 10?
Was a good man, especially when he was sucking on that bottle.
They ain't gonna be in the top 10 simply because of who's running the show now.
You know what? We're gonna digress on that, but that you may be up to something. They still have Clemson, who can get them back up the charts. We'll see. Yeah, but let's stick in the SEC West. We got Texas A&M 3-1, ranked number 17, versus the 3-1 Hail State. Mississippi. Now, speaking of point spreads, Mississippi State is a 4-point home favorite to Texas A&M. Who are you taking in this one?
Mississippi State won't cover, but they will win the game. Texas A&M lost to Nye Smith last week, their best wide receiver.
He did. That was tough to watch. Yeah. You see him in his
They already struggle. Yeah, they already struggle to score. So I don't know what they're going to do. This is going to be a run-heavy game, but I'm taking Mississippi State in an upset. I call it an upset because Texas A&M got 90,000 players better than Mississippi State. But I mean, this is going to be crazy. But the thing about it,
Hail State.
After them pulling off that game last week, and plus Mississippi State is needing this game because they already lost to LSU. So they can't start
in a game they shouldn't have won or could have.
I was ready to say they had LSU on the ropes as well. Now, Tasha, we're gonna just let you do your fight song or whatever because you're draped down in your clanker gear. So, what do you expect from your team today?
Well, if the quarterback, I don't know his name, if he plays solid. If they stay, what lost them that LSU game is I thought they lost focus. They had LSU. They could have beat LSU. They need to stay focused, play their game. I hate their coach, but the team they always Mississippi State, ever since Sasha was there, other than when Dak left, when Dak was there, they always underperform. They have great talent. Look, they were sorry and we still created a Jeffrey Simmons.
Yeah.
True.
You got, look at all the other NFL players from Mississippi State who are pretty much doing decent in the NFL. Yeah, Rodgers. I should know that. Like he's a decent quarterback. He's a decent quarterback. They actually have a decent kicker now who can actually make field goals and not miss things.
And that's rare in college football. They miss field goals like they just eating popcorn.
They just need to stay focused, and if they stay focused and play their game, they can upset. Well. It would, even though the points favor Mississippi State, they can still upset TAMU because TAMU is supposed to be a better team.
Yeah, most definitely.
Look, Mississippi State is averaging 37 points a game for those who hadn't seen them play. I just don't think TAMU, without their best weapon, is going to be able to match them point for point. They do have a great defense, but offense wins championships in college football.
Y'all see the lid? For y'all can watch it. Y'all see this? Y'all see Bully on this lid? It's hard. Hey, this hard head go hard, don't it?
Hey, one other side note on that game also. The only thing I'm worried about is Mississippi State defense up front. Can they handle the pounding
and that's what I'm saying. Look how they were holding LSU. And then what happened?
But LSU is not – they don't have the players Texas A&M has.
Yeah, but their LSU quarterback was towards the end of the game when they took. I hate momentum. When they got the momentum, all he started doing was running up and down the field on them.
And that's what's going to happen today.
They started making stupid mistakes, and then they lost.
Yeah, it should be a fun one to watch. And last but not least, our top 10 matchup. We have 10th ranked undefeated North Carolina State in the ACC going to Clemson, who escaped by the skin of their teeth last week to remain undefeated. They're 4-0 and ranked number 5. They're a 7-point home favorite to NC State. T-Sizzle, who you got?
Ooh, I'm hoping it's an upset in the fake Death Valley. Oh, gosh.
Mississippi State belong in the Sun Belt. Oh, my God. Okay, all right. Go ahead, Tasha.
Wow.
We
I know you ain't talking because ain't nobody saying nothing about nobody's Louisville football team since old Lamar left. So you need to zip your lips, Langston Clanger.
He need to zip his lips.
Louisville belongs.
We catching strays up here with Langston today. He got
Louisville belongs down there. What is that? Conference USA. So let's just get that straight, dog. Clanger.
All right, Tasha. Now back to Dabo Luther the King. Can him and Clemson get it done against North Carolina State tonight?
I'm gonna go with NC State in the upset.
You're not down with DJ Uglialele?
I mean, I'm down with the brother. I can't pronounce his name, but
I just wanted to say his name out loud just once.
Just because you can pronounce it, you think you better than everybody.
Oh, look, I worked on it all week.
Charcuterie keyboard. Say it.
Cool. Who you taking in this one?
I'm going to take Clemson, not because I like Clemson any better than North Carolina State, but I don't know if North Carolina State is ready for the big stage.
Right.
This is the first time both teams have met ranked in the top 10, and they beat North Carolina State, beat them last year in a wild one. It was a great game. I think Clemson is feeling themselves. DJ is playing a lot better after the first game.
He is playing a lot better.
Yeah. He's playing like the guy we thought he was supposed to be 2 years ago.
Right.
And I'm looking for them because they don't have a defense. I'm just not sure if North Carolina State can come on this stage and get it done on the road. And Clemson knows this is the coastal. I think they're in the Atlantic. This will be the determination of who wins that side.
Clemson, you can't lose this one.
But see, I'm not sold on
dropping out of the top 15.
I'm not sold on Clemson for
Hey,
anything.
Clemson, yeah, because they hadn't been able to score until last week. This shows how bad the ACC is. They gave both teams scored 70,000 points against each other.
Right.
And you know, it was crazy.
5-hour game, damn it. We was like, get this over with.
But the ACC has a lot of good quarterbacks, and that's the difference. They have quarterbacks all the time. They don't have anything else, but they do have top-notch quarterbacks. I think this will be a tight game, but I got to give the edge to Clemson, even though I don't know if they expended a lot of energy last week also. To come back, luckily they're at home. It's going to be a hostile environment, and they're going to pay them back. I got Clemson in a close one.
Yeah, I got Clemson because they can't lose this one. We want to go back to answer a question from the comments. Real quick, please discuss what happened to the Sooners last week. Were the Sooners pretenders to begin with, or is that just a blip on the radar?
Sooner tipped over.
They lost to Kansas State. And Adrian Martinez, Nebraska, y'all need y'all asses whooped. Because if that's the quarterback that we saw at Kansas State last week, running all through Oklahoma, how could y'all not prosper with that quarterback under center? Nebraska, you need your asses whooped for that. Now, real quick.
Now that goes to coaching, Scott Frost.
Right, and that's why Frost is out of there. Now, ladies and gentlemen, on all of the football hoopla that we have, quiet is kept. The NBA preseason starts today. Well, it started on Friday in Japan, but it starts stateside today. Memphis Grizzlies take on the Milwaukee Bucks. Damn, it's just so much to talk about. All right, so with that being the case, I just wanted to get your early thoughts on a couple of things with the NBA. Tasha, who's under the most pressure to win an NBA title this year?
Man, it's between Brooklyn and it's between the Lakers.
So you're saying it's a LeBron and KD type
yeah.
thing? Okay, cool. Who's under the most pressure in your opinion?
KD. The Lakers ain't under no pressure. They ain't gonna win nothing. They still got Westbrook, so they
signed 7 guards in the offseason.
And they still got Westbrook. I don't care. It's all on Kevin Durant.
Yep.
Little sidekick, little Ray, little Kyrie Irving. They are under the most pressure because of all that turmoil. KD just watched my guy Steph Curry pull out a chip. Oh, he is steaming. That's why he was trying to get somewhere where he could win a chip because he can't win it with that little dude.
He wasn't getting nowhere so he can win a chip. He just knew the writing was on the wall. He said, Kyrie got throwed off. I made a mistake by coming here, and I don't want to play with him no more. I'm going to get my crew comb, my pick, and my ball, and my KD 13.
Don't forget the comb. There ain't no comb getting through all of that.
First of all,
Nigerian hair.
No 4C slander.
Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Coop.
Hey, do y'all think there's any pressure on Luka?
I think it's pressure on Dallas because he'll bolt.
Luka, ain't nobody else. It's
right, but I'm saying it's pressure on the Mavericks organization. If he don't get to a championship, he will leave Dallas. He will force his way out of Dallas.
But I mean, it's not on Dallas. They got him. He's there putting up MVP type numbers.
But when
it
your
gets to the
offseason
playoffs,
acquisition is Christian Wood, and you lose Jalen Brunson and don't replace him because you want to be cheap and didn't sign him, I mean, I think they took a step backwards.
So and I do too. But that's what I'm saying. Do you think because he's just a numbers getter to me? And that's Luka. He's a number. He's gonna put up all these gaudy numbers.
Right.
But when it gets to April and May, he can't compete with those type of players on that level because he has to do it all. He can't get other guys in the game to where he can win a game. He can score 38 and 10, and then he got everybody standing in the corner like, "Hey, bro, what you gonna do with me?"
You can't beat a complete team like Golden State
you
like
can't,
that. That's
why
not anymore. You cannot do that.
Right. Now, I'm going to throw a name out there that should be under pressure. That's Nikola Jokic. If you're back-to-back MVP, I don't want to hear no more MVP. It's time for you to lead a team to the championship. Once you get to that level of greatness and that level of esteem, you get Jamal Murray back and Michael Porter Jr. back this year. You got to get it done, or you are a fraud to me.
Yeah, they can't keep losing in the first round and all of that. You can't do that.
You speaking of something like somebody think he's some great player. Nobody thinks he's any damn good.
You see, you weren't here during basketball season, so I had to fight that off with a stick. Where's Michigan Mike?
That MVP man, nobody looks at him as no damn MVP. I don't care about he's a great big man. He can't win nothing.
No.
Who can he stop? Who can he check?
Right.
Like, dude,
at the New York Knicks, they had things, but
he's Matt Ryan. He'll give you an MVP, but you ain't winning no championship with.
That's why
a big man in Patrick Ewing. He couldn't.
That's why that MVP in the NBA is a fraud. Don't nobody think he is no MVP.
Because LeBron's been MVP the last 10 years in a row, and I'm gonna just leave it right there.
Steve Nash was a damn MVP. Come on, stop it.
Look, over Shaq,
over Kobe.
15-1 in the playoffs that year. So T Sizzle. We're going to close it out with your top 5. You know how we get down. So without any further ado, T-Sizzle's top 5 NBA players heading into the season. The floor is yours.
I got my KD. I got my LeBron. I got my Jimmy Buckets. I got my Giannis Antetokounmpo. And I also got your boy, the one, the only, the Memphis Grizzly logo, Mr. Ja Morant.
I love your list. I have no issues with it. Cool. You got any issues with her list?
I don't. That's a solid list. I was just waiting if you was gonna put Ja in there.
Oh no, Ja gonna always be on my list. I'm rolling with Ja. I don't care where he is.
He's Mr. First 48.
Hey, it's amazing that LeBron is still a top 5 player at the age after 21 seasons.
I mean, see, and let me stop you right there, Coop. Let me stop. Paul always thinks that I hate LeBron James.
It's King James to you.
I love LeBron James. I love his wife more than I love him. I love everything about LeBron James. So it's never like any LeBron James hate.
No, it's me. I'm an obnoxious fan. I'll make her mad.
Yeah, he's just not my favorite player.
Right. And that's fair because KD has been on that ass for the last 10 years and have been a 1A. So I enjoy that banter back and forth when football season is over. But yeah, that list was bomb ass. So Tasha, without any further ado, who you shouting out this week?
I'm shouting out one, Mr. Coolio. Y'all know I don't really comb my hair when I'm down here, but I got my little plaits in my head.
He's in gangster's paradise now, right?
Why don't you comb your hair when you? I don't need
to. I mean, really, I don't need to comb nowhere. But
you're the first person to ask that on the show in 2 years, Coop.
Because to be honest, I ain't got to do nothing I don't want to do. But down here, I mean, it's too hot, and even when I wear my hair curly, it just But yeah, so shouts out to one Mr. Coolio and his family and everything. He hopefully, I mean, they said it was a heart attack. Hopefully, it's not anything behind that because we're losing a lot of stars and people that we know in general due to fentanyl and things.
I was just ready to say, leave that fentanyl alone, and we're not.
We're not saying that's what it was, but
leave it alone, y'all.
Tasha, go. That wasn't no damn heart attack.
Say it again, Coop.
They said he was over his homeboy's house and he went to the bathroom. He went to the bathroom to get high. That's what happened.
Yeah.
You don't have to tell me.
We don't know, but wait a minute. My uncle also died in the bathroom. He had a heart attack, and he was by himself. He wasn't doing no dope.
Well, Coolio had a heart attack. He did a 1-1.
Y'all, I don't look. We're gonna really digress on that. So
the views and opinions shared on the PL Culture Show.
Right. Do not reflect the views of our sponsors. Look, I'm not giving a shout out this week. I'm giving you need to get your ass whooped shout out this week to Sling and to ESPN and the whole Disney network. They just stripped us of ESPN on Sling. I'm currently looking for a new provider as we speak. You're not going to leave me doing a sports show without ESPN. You got me ready to cuss at the end of the show. I'm very disappointed. Now I got to go run my cable over to the neighbor's house and get their Comcast. So that's how that's going down.
My shout out goes to the stupidest. It ain't even a shout out to the damn TSU Tigers. They got John Mayer Classic today, and they ain't got one damn sign up to let you know it's a game in the hole today.
Eddie George do better.
And they playing lane.
Hey, but I mean that's cool playing lane, but don't nobody even know your ass playing today. I ain't heard a radio. I ain't seen a sign. They didn't even make the sign that you know how they put the sheet up down on Dickinson Road and let you know it's a party. They didn't even put one of them up.
Right, party at tracks after the game.
Hey, and they want somebody to come support their team. Get the hell out of here.
Hey, y'all go fill up the whole North Nashville. Come on, there's nothing else to do today. If you got Sling, definitely get out the house and go watch some wild football.
Don't nobody know they playing. Hell, I'm telling everybody right now. They don't even know it's a game today.
Eddie George, put this man on payroll and do better, Eddie. Come on now.
They need to fire the damn AD ASAP. I guess they waiting on next week. Don't worry about this week, the John Mayer Classic. Just show up for homecoming next week.
And shouts out to Lane College. We used to march there in high school, and they had a majorette that had one arm. And she was just moving and slicking through that wind. You know what? And on that note, ladies and gentlemen, for you Sling watchers.
Stop the show, because you said slicking it. Bye, y'all.
She would cut through that wind, Coop. She would cut through that wind with that one arm.
Hey, man, you ain't right.
I'm just saying, she made the team. All right, so you know how we get down. We will see y'all in 6 days and 23 hours. Until then, enjoy some football. We will see y'all next week. Peace.
Let's go.
Let's go. All right.